All right, it's morning time, so yes, I can actually do this on. I can actually get online and talk about it. Uh, need to talk about it. Just need to let it be known. So obviously, I'm going to wait until somebody pops up online. See what's up. Somebody, hold on. I gotta beat this real quick. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just turn this off. Watch my live stream, bro. Yeah, I know my daughter's not gonna like it, but it is what it is. Yeah. Whether you like it, but it's a that gotta get the gotta remind myself to get these watch hours up because I don't go live every night anymore. Haven't in quite some time. So right. Now my daughter is just looking at me screaming, well, now she's just doing whatever she wants to. So yeah, I gotta clean clean. So I gotta get my watch hours back up. I gotta get my subscribers back up. I gotta get all that stuff going again. But right now, I'm just trying to fix the crisis I put myself. We did this to myself. So now I'm just waiting on whatever potential outcomes come. You know what I'm saying? Seeing my daughter is still trying to get a pick her up. Good morning, Jovan Sanchez. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, yeah, glad you can make it in this morning. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that like button if you don't know where the like button is. Just double tap that screen. Won't be hard to find. It said, "Why your damn screen so?" No, I'm just my screen is hella close to it, and I'm like super close to my phone because I'm sending a text message. My bad. But yeah, let's go Broncos. Appreciate that, Brill. Recenter the dude. I can, but yeah. So basically, life of a girl dad, right? Life of a girl dad. Come on, get out the way. What are you doing? Hey, yeah. See, she don't care. She just wants to do what she wants to do. So, okay. Hopefully, right there, so y'all both on back. Y'all can see better. Yeah, hardcore Broncos fans myself. So Jackson Maxon asks, "How old am I?" I am 38. I'm 38. Yes, I know. I'm old. Get over it. But yeah, life of a girl dad, right? I'm kind of just going through this whole process of trying to understand really what am I doing as a dad. And quite honestly, I realize that I might just be I might just be a lot more irrational than I think I am. Yeah. I know that. I know. I'm over here. Also, don't forget to hit that like button from y'all. But yeah, so just be more irrational, not thought. Looking back on this video that I had got from my neighbors, this morning, to be honest, I'm not entirely proud of myself and how I react, how I acted, but at the same time, I also understand that you know I, I want to protect my daughters at all costs, any cost, all costs. So when daughters are violated in any stretch of the imagination, I got to take action, right? I think Wanda Jackson, you are. Well, I appreciate that, guys. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe because y'all know I'm still trying to get Google's money. Hashtag I want Google's money. But yeah, when, like I said, when my daughters are violated by any stretch of the imagination, me as a dad, I just I get really irrational and I take action. I take action the way that I would generally speak and see fit, you know. And that being said, you know, this morning I was supposed to be working, and this morning, you know, I might have taken it to an extreme. You know, that would be to anybody else's opinion. I would respect it, but I definitely believe that protecting my kids is far more important than anything else. Everything else comes second. Come on, come on, stop. Uh, okay, so while I was doing that, you know, again, like I said, I wasn't being the most rational person in the world, but you know, I'm also not uh, not the type that'll just let things fly. I don't like to let things fly because you let something fly once, it's bound to happen again. You know, I had to, yeah, see, and then one of my homeboys just sent me a message. I gotta respond to him real quick too. But yeah, just like soon as that violation came about, it was like part of me is like, I'm glad I handled business. The other part of me is just like, the other part of me is just like, did I do the right thing? Did I really do the right thing, or did I take it too far? Honestly, I don't can't say that for myself. I mean, well, rather, what I say, I believe my heart, believe in my heart of hearts that I did the right. But if I'm wrong, I'll, I'll own up to it. But at the same time, it's like not the type that just lets things slide, especially when it comes to my kids. I don't think that should ever just be allowed to just, you know, I don't think it should ever be allowed to get a pass. I don't want nobody should get a pass for, putting their hands on my kids. I can tell you right now, I can't tell you how many times, speaking of, can't tell you how many times my mom has definitely been like, no, you put your hands on my kid and he ain't doing nothing to you, then it's gonna be a problem, right? And if my kids are wrong, then that's just gonna have to be the shoe the shoe that I have to wear. But you feel me? If they're not wrong, then trust me, believe there's just gotta be, especially if you do, because like so, mom, I need you to stay for this because I need you to hear this. which by the way, I love you too, mom. Uh, but but pretty much this morning I got into a fight. Got into a fight. You know, uh, dude got a solid kick in the face on me. Kicked me in the face. Everybody's saying that my face looks normal, but I can feel some shit in my lips. So I think he got me pretty good enough. He got me pretty good. But you know, again, like I was saying, like after everything, kind of, I'm not gonna post a video because I don't want to get no community guideline strikes or whatever. Because my neighbors had took a video, and let's just say it didn't go well for the other guy. But when it comes to my kids, you know, first off, let me just state this. What's going on, Sharon? What's going on, Sharon? Glad you made it. Glad you're hanging out with us today. I'm just talking on some things right now, so bear with me a bit. But when you know when yeah, so basically, let's make one thing perfectly clear. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a thug. I'm not a street dude. I'm not anything associated with thug life, gang activity, or anything like that. Like not even a little bit. I'm about as boring and corny as Russell Wilson. Okay, like like that has been me. That is my life. That is what I'm about. I'm boring, right? But once my kids are violated, you know, the wrong side of me comes out. And it was a side of me that I never thought I'd see in years. But here I am at 38, being a very irrational man, being a very, you know, acting very much out of character. And so, yeah, this morning I got into a fight, with the same guy that same guy as last time, and so you know, uh, pretty much I made an ass of myself. I pretty much did, and not entirely proud, not entirely proud of that. But at the same time, you know, I'm always going to defend my kids' honor first. Yeah, I'm always going to try to defend my daughter's honor first. Funny enough, my kids are always going to try to defend me, as best they can. They're going to try to keep me from being out of order, acting in a way that would hurt them. So, I appreciate that that mutual protection, as it were. You know, it lets me, it reminds me, it reminds me that my kids do care. So I'm always going to be grateful for that. I know, I know that. No, I don't, not done yet. Mhm. I know that. All done, all done. You can go back to doing whatever you're doing. I was just cleaning Gumball's nose because she's a girl's baby. She likes to play in it. Gross. Yeah. But basically, I just, you know, like I said, I know I acted irrationally because it wasn't just the violation that took place, because the violation, the issue that I'm still not over happened last year, right? I've talked about this on another live stream, but you know, this morning it was more so, my ego at the door rather than what's going on, AP. I saw the streams, man. I hope you're doing good out there. I'm just trying to work my way to the hospital again because I think my hand is broken, but you know, hopefully it's not. But they hurt like hell. But I definitely, yeah, I definitely was a character. That's for damn sure. Because anybody who knows me knows that on the outside, I'm not violent. I don't like violence. I hate when I'm like. If anybody knows me, anybody who knows me knows that I hate that side of myself. And when I become that side of myself, I'm even more out of order, even more out of touch with myself. Most times, I lose all my sense of reason. Right, like reason just goes out the window for me. And truth be told, the only reason I don't regret anything is because it just you know it happened. It doesn't matter anymore. It's in the past. Uh, and when I looked at that boy when he got up on his feet, yeah, even while he was talking mess, I still felt bad. I really felt bad for him because this could have all been different. It could have been completely avoided. You know, it could have been it could have been nothing at all. It could have just been something that you know not even something that you laugh about in the future. Just it could have just never happened at all. You know, granted, this morning I definitely escalated the situation. Really did that. I own that. That's me. But at the same time, when I see them, all I can see is the damage my daughter went. Not this one, of course. This one's fine. Hopefully, it will never have to deal with boys anytime soon until she's like 30 or I'm dead, whichever comes first, whichever comes last. But all in all, like I said, I really hate that side of myself. You feel me? Because I'm not a hood rat. Feel me? I don't like rat behavior. And quite frankly, I participated in hood rat like behavior because of my own ego. You know, and in the ensuing in the ensuing issues, my daughter was put at risk. Now, granted, that could have also been avoided had she just stayed away, but at the same time, it's just like I can't help but at the end of the day, I can't help but protect my kids. Like so, I know right now I need to get Gumball back to her mom's today because I need to go to the hospital to get my hands checked because I think one of them is broken. My nerves ain't bad anymore, so the shaking is mostly gone. But my hand started swelling up again. This hand started swelling up again, and I'm in a lot of pain. And so I got to get that checked. Honey, stop squeezing it. That hurts. Honey, stop squeezing my hand. It hurts. Mhm. And see, she don't even care what's going on. She don't even care what's going on. She's just like, daddy, 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 pick me up because that's what she wants. God, this girl is such a girl. Yeah, so like, yeah, I do want to protect my kids. That's like that's my whole reason, behind all of it. And one of the things I do want to tell people, especially, uh, what's going on, Santita, I can't pronounce that. My bad. But she's trying to check on you in her own way. Yeah. So it's a Homer Simpson face on a Marge Simpson body. That's hilarious. But don't forget to hit the like button, Finn. I'm gonna just say Finn because it's easier. But honestly, like, uh, this is something I want to say to anybody who has sons, right? Because this is something I'm going to be teaching my sons. It's something my parents taught me, right? Don't put your hand on on a woman. Now, granted, if she really just wailing on you, gotta defend yourself. I get it. You gotta defend yourself. You gotta defend yourself. That's something. I will never tell a man to not ever defend himself. That would be stupid. That would be hypocritical to me. It would be, well, stupid, right? I can tell you right now, my parents taught me, look, if a woman is hitting, putting paws on you, knock that bitch out. And quite frankly, that's what I would do. Now, granted, I wouldn't knock her out. I'd probably like, pin her down or something. Get her off me or something like that. I ain't gonna be, you know, doing, you know, doing any face checks or anything like that. I might throw some breadbasket shots or something like that. But I'm leaving her face. Because I'm not gonna be busting nobody face and shit like that. Especially girl, because it's like the hell I look like doing that. Anyway, uh, yeah, it's like if if you gonna teach your sons to abuse women or allow your son to abuse women or try to not hold your sons accountable for abusing women or dare I say you encourage your son to abuse women, then my biggest suggestion to you would be to make sure that he dates a girl, a woman, whatever. Make sure that they date a woman who don't have positive male role models in their lives. What's going on? What's going on, DSP? Devon, what's going on? But yeah, my suggestion is if you're gonna teach your son that that sort of behavior is okay, is that you make sure that they are with women with no positive male role models, no positive male influences, no positive male anything. Because if you're gonna think that it's okay, trust me when I tell you, women, especially women with active, loving, caring fathers, if you gonna think that it's okay for your son to put their hands on a woman and they have a active, loving, caring father, sometimes it may not be an asshole. Sometimes it may take him to his grave. Right? What's going on, Dante? Hashtag Officer Dante OnlyFans. Don't forget to hit that like button, everybody. If y'all don't know where that like button is, just double tap your screen. And see, and y'all see my mom saying that. That's what my mom said, right? My dad said don't do anything. My dad said don't do anything until she hits you first. So if she put her hands up, yeah, my mom says fight back. My mom says fight back if she put her hands up. My dad said don't do shit until she puts her hands up. And so that's my parents' upbringing. And again, I'm not going for their face because no matter how you slice it, if you leave a bruise on her, it looks bad on you. So for me, it's just like, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I can just pin you down and make sure you can't hit me no more. I'm just gonna try to neutralize you without actually harming you. I can do that. I've done it. Right. So I'm not the type that's just gonna be, putting hands on a woman and disfiguring her face and all that other shit. Because again, especially with a woman who has a loving, caring father, he might bury your ass. You feel me? And I'm finding out in the worst of ways that a lot of these YNs out here, are really growing up. Gumball 2028. We might have to put that in. We might just put that in. Gumball, you want to run in 2028? Gumball, you want to run in 2028? I think she wants to run in 2028, y'all. Yeah, I think Gumball wants to run in 2028. But yeah, like these YNs is really out here being raised to believe that it's okay to put their hands on a woman or a girl or whatever like that, and I'm just not for it, right? It's too many YNs out here that's really like when everything started to cool down or whatever. This dude, my daughter had called his dad or whatever, and they were FaceTiming, he was trying to explain to him that he needed to come and pick up his son or whatever because he crashed his car. And yeah, trying to explain that he crashed his car. And so he's talking. So while she's trying to explain all this stuff, because I'm in the back, so I can see and hear everything. And he goes out and says, "You need to tell your dad to keep your hands off my son." First off, this is a grown ass man who thought it was okay to put his hands on a teenager, on a teenage girl, right? She barely she barely grown. You over here thinking that it's okay, thinking that your son is okay with putting his hands on her, blacking her eye, and then you want to come and try to defend him. If that was me, my dad would have beat me into the next life. Okay, my dad don't play. That. My dad don't play that. Okay, my dad would have ended me where I stood. He said she's trying to shank me, but hey, that's a legal reason. That at the end of the day, you are defending yourself. Gumball, stop, sweetie, stop, sweetie. Okay, stop. But yeah, so it's like you not like he would really defend his son putting his hands on a woman and be mad when the father of said woman takes action. When another grown man presses a grown man and brings about action, you should not be that your son receive consequences. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, whenever I have sons, I got all girls. I got all girls. This gumball here is a girl, right? When when in the event that I ever have sons, trust me when I tell you, trust me when I tell you, no man I like deadly force option the best. I'm not gonna do all that. If somebody try to square up with gumball, she's three. Uh if that person is under 3 years old, I'm not going. The deadly force continuum is drop. It goes straight to right. But here's the thing, right? Like I don't. In the event that I have sons, it's going to be quite simple. My sons are going to learn. It's never okay to put your hands on a woman ever. Do not put your hands on a woman. If she puts her hands on you, make sure you're recording. Make sure you are recording. Okay, so that everybody could see that she assaulted you and you can have her ass put in jail. Okay. Now, if she just hit you again, if she just hitting you one time, it's a one-off time, maybe even twice I'll be like, give it a pass, but make sure you recording when she's assaulting, right? Show that to the fucking cop. Gumball, get back in here. She thought she was quick. Oh, by the way, she actually listens now for the most part. She's actually starting to listen, which I appreciate. But you know, once let it go. But make sure you recording. If she goes twice, you know, again, make sure you recording. 3 times, dare I say 3 times, that's discretion at that point. That's at your own discretion. But if she just going all in on you, like it's a constant flurry of blows, then you are in your legal rights to defend yourself at that point. But as long as you're recording, can't nobody say nothing. So when I say so, and that's something that my sons, in the event that I have sons, is gonna learn. You ain't gotta throw paws. just because you got hit once. Make sure you report it. You keep yourself because you got to protect yourself at all times. You got to protect yourself at all times. You do everything within your legal limits because trust me, if you retaliate after one hit, feminism is gonna throw the book at you, right? After two hits, feminism might be like they'll still take their sides, but they gonna be like, yo, you need to stop right there. At three times, at three times, there ain't really much they can say at that point. And if they just constantly going in on you, at that point, like I said, feminism goes out the window at that point because if they seeing that you getting constantly wailed on by a woman and you retaliate, what they gonna say? They gonna say he hit her that one time and she hit the floor, but y'all ain't see all them punches and slaps that she was giving him. No, I understand that, right? TikTok boxing match will be wild. Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If Mike took me on as I am right now, he would beat me into the ground because my hands are messed up. Gumball, say hi. Say hi, Gumball. Say hi, Gumball. Say hi, Gumball. Say hi, Gumball. Gumball, say hi, baby. Say hi, Gumball. Say hi, Gumball. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. Yeah, she is still not in the talking mood right now. But yeah, I'm just like, dude, like if my sons are gonna learn, yo, you're not gonna put your hands on a woman, especially like something over something stupid like a slap. It's gonna be it's gonna be because you are actually being under serious attack, right? The baby bed sleeping. What's up? No, Gumball is fine. She do got a stuffy nose, so Gumball does have a stuffy nose, but um, but again, she's autistic, so she's not gonna be all the way there. You know, she doesn't communicate. That's what we're working on. We're definitely working on communication. What if a woman try to kick me in the nuts for no reason? If she try to kick you in the nuts for no reason, again, make sure you recording. I always say, make sure you recording because trust me when I tell you, if you recording, that ain't you that's going to jail. You know that ain't you that's going to jail. So basically putting man, you really gotta do your due diligence to make sure. Hey, look, as a person who's been hit below the belt before, yeah, I know, but trust me, I would have made sure that my phone was out before the recording because I know hostilities don't just start with being physical. There's always words exchanged first. There's anything I've learned about fighting is that words are always exchanged first. When I got into this fight this morning, words were exchanged first. A lot of words were exchanged first. So again, it's always words of exchange first, and that's usually how it starts. So as for me, for me, it's always like I said, if I have in the event that I have sons, I will teach them that they have to you know hey record first, use discretion after enough blows, but uh, if this is just a full born assault right off the bat, then by all means protect yourself. You have every right to protect yourself. But don't go on a full crash out because you got smacked. That's stupid. And damn sure don't aim for their face because that just looks bad on you. So, what she said, am I speaking to sugar brown or chocolate Thai? I need to know which one I'm speaking to so I can actually give a proper explanation. Okay. Okay, yeah. So Ty, I tried to send you a video. I tried to send you the video this morning. I'm gonna have to send it to. I'm gonna send it to your Instagram. I'm gonna try to send it to your Instagram. I'm gonna hold on. Let me. Cause I got the video. Yeah, I'm gonna download it. Come on, stop, sweetie. Oh, this is actually a better. It actually looks better on the computer. Yeah, and you'll have to forgive me, but my ass is all out in this video. So yeah, hold on. Let me try to open up the file location. On. Need to open the file location. Oh, here we go. Okay. Uh, right. So it's in the download folder. So we need to open up Instagram. Gumball, please, please stop it. Okay. Uh, hold on here. Need to go to my inbox because I was supposed to be sending it on Instagram, but I haven't done that yet. So let me look up what he said. Here we go. Sit around and talk to Todd. Talk to Todd. Okay. All right. So what she said. Okay. So I just sent it to I just sent it to your Instagram, so you can see it there. You'll have to forgive me. My ass is literally out on that, but you know, it was the best I could do at that time. Okay. My I'm wearing my bum pants and they ain't got no string to it. So hold on, I gotta go into the live stream too. I gotta go and look at my live stream real quick because that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Gumball, stop it. I know, honey. I know you want me to pick you up, but my hands are hurting right now, okay? My hands, sweetie, my hands are hurting. I can't just be picking you up at will, okay? I'm in pain, okay? Sweetie, I'm in a lot of pain, okay? You're gonna have to calm down. Please calm down, okay? Ugh, please, please. Yeah, mom. I'm gonna wrap this live stream up real quick because Gumball wants me to pick her up, and I still gotta call her mom because I gotta take her back to her mom's because I need to go to the hospital, Claire. I need to. Girl, stop hitting me, please. I need to get my hand checked out again 'cause I think it's broken. I know that. No, I know that. Yeah. Can you calm down, please? Can you calm down, please? I know, Dad. Can you calm down, please? Pretty, please. Please. Thank you. Thank you, Dad. Dad loved the gumball. Dad loved the gumball. What do you mean again? What do you mean again? But yeah, Dad loved the gumball. I know, Dad. I know you want. Oh yeah, second time less than a year. Second time less than a year. And this time there was no Michael to save his ass. Because the funny thing is after everything died down, the first person I called was the first person I called was my ex-wife. I called my ex-wife, and we talked about it for a little bit, and then yeah, yeah, it was only my second fight as an adult. I know it took a while, but whatever. Um, but then after I got off the phone with my ex-wife, I actually got I called Michael. So some of y'all already know who Mike is. He's the annoying little brother that I have living with me. But yeah, I called my brother to talk about. We talked about a few things, right? So we talked about football. We talked about football. We talked about our sibling rivalries and all this other stuff. Yeah, same boy, same boy. He showed up drunk. Like I said, he showed up drunk this morning. He showed up drunk this morning, and I was sitting in the car. He banging on my kid's window. I'm like, who the hell banging on my kid's window at midnight, right? Who does that? What's up with that, right? So you banging on my kid's window at midnight, and you not even supposed to be in my hood. Like, yeah, you came in late, but that's okay though. I don't mind recapping. Ah, shit, I can't even tickle her. Yeah, but you're not even supposed to be in my hood. You're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be. This nigga said Cooper DeJean cornerback. Yeah, you're not even supposed to be in my neighborhood, much less banging on my daughter's window at midnight, not thinking I'm not there. You can see my car in the driveway. I'm sitting in the car because I'm waiting on the next ride to come up because I was gonna go inside for a little bit and take a nap. But this dude really comes out talking about some. I'm trying to get my key from your daughter. She comes out talking about some. Your key is in your car, right? So she ain't even got whatever the hell it is he looking for. And I told him he ain't supposed to be around my daughter no goddamn way. And this motherfucker is drunk. So I'm just like the most rational thing I did this whole morning was tell him to step and let that nigga have a good time. So the most rational thing I did was I told him to step. Daughter was like, "You need to leave," right? Everybody's saying you need to leave. Her friend was saying you need to leave. Everybody's like, "You need to leave." So he walks off, popping off at the mouth. So I'm just like, you know what? All my rationale went out the window at that moment. You know, at that moment, my ego kicked in. My overall irrationality was in full display. That's why I say I'm not very proud of it because at the end of the day, normally I would let shit like this slide, but I couldn't let this slide because this had something to do with my child. Motherfuckers talk shit to me all the time. Like I'm never surprised when a motherfucker is talking shit to me like that. That's something that happens on a daily. That's that's some stuff I'm already used to. And no, I'm not lying. This is exactly what happened. So it was like, like I just it was it was it at that point it was just violation. It was just violation. He violated my turf, he violated my territory, and he violated my child. And so now in the great words of John Wick, consequences, consequences. And then to have his dad talking about some keep your hands off my son, keep my grown man hands off his grown ass son, right? Because I basically told him straight up, anytime, OG. I was just anytime, OG. He know where I live. He know where I live. He know where to find me. I ain't never hard to find. I'm like Tupac. We ain't hard to find. I ain't never been hard to find. Never gonna be hard to find. You know. So I guarantee you, next time I'm just gonna be in jail because I told him when he was talking all that he was popping off at the mouth on the phone. I was like, dude, tell your son to stay the fuck up out of my hood. If you come back here, ain't gonna be no next time. Ain't gonna be no more warnings. Ain't gonna be no pretty pleases and no understandings. It ain't even gonna be an ass whooping. We going straight to the deletion. Right click, delete. Straight to the t-shirt, nigga. Don't collect. Straight to the t-shirt. And then I'm gonna put a t-shirt on I'm gonna put a t-shirt on my Redbubble site saying I finally got a body. Well, no, I ain't gonna do all that because yeah, that's not in me. I don't have a heart for that life. That's how y'all know I'm not a thug. That's how y'all know I'm not gangster. I don't have a heart for that. But trust me, know a couple of people that do. They know where to bury something. And no, I ain't telling. Fuck I look like. And so the crazy thing is while I was on the phone with my ex-wife, I'm sitting in the car or whatever. Sure enough, his dad pull up and another dude pull up. They over here sitting, they sitting in front of the house. I get out the car. I'm standing there. I'm standing there, you know, key in hand and everything. Looking at them like, what's up? I guess they didn't see me there because when they finally saw me, they drove off. Because I'm like, what's up, man? Anytime, anytime, right? I'm not playing about that stuff, man. Because I can tell you right now, the second they roll their window down, the because I'm telling you, like this morning when he came, when his dad pulled up, the second he would have rolled that window down, I would have started emptying the clip. Yeah, they pulled up. They didn't get out the car though, because the boy's dad got one leg, so he ain't gonna, so he ain't gonna really fight me. He did all that talking on the phone. He did all that talking on the phone, but he really can't do nothing to me. You feel me? He got one leg. What he gonna do to me? Right? He a overweight. He a overweight diabetic. He a overweight diabetic with one fucking leg. He ain't gonna do shit to me. Right? That's it's not so like if he would have rolled down that window, I would have assumed he was coming to play with some heat. And I would have I'm sorry, Gumball is all up all up on me and she is throwing a tantrum. But yeah, I was saying like, like if his dad would have rolled down that window, I would have assumed that he was bringing heat. And trust me, I was waiting. I was waiting, and I would have threw it first. So, Gumball, can you calm down, sweetie? Munch, munch, munch. She's probably napping right now. Take her for a little bit, please. Bring her back in 10 minutes, okay? 10 minutes. Munch. 10 minutes. But yeah, like the Gumball mad because she got no one good in her cabinet. uh, MGAW. I don't know what that means, mom. Yeah, so basically he pulled up. Like I said, I would have ended up dumping on him if he had rolled down that window. But I guess when they finally saw me, they took off because I'm like, dude, you an overweight diabetic with one leg. You ain't gonna do shit to me. And the other person in the other car, I don't know who they was, but I would have loved nothing more for them to get out of the car and say something. You feel me? And I can tell you right now, if Mike was here, it would have gone bad for both of them. Like they should count themselves lucky that Mike wasn't here. You feel me? Because I can tell you right here, right now, if Mike was here this morning, he would have got off a whole. He would have got off a whole lot easier. He would have got off way easier than if Mike wasn't here. Because uh, Mike, Mike actually stopped everything that happened the last time. Mike and Curtis, they pretty much pulled me off of them after a while. This morning, I got the full satisfaction of what I wanted. I got everything I wanted this morning. Now, granted, I did get kicked in the mouth because after all right, mom, love you. I'll call you in a minute. I gotta talk to April in a minute, so I'll call you when I'm done with the stream. But yeah, yeah, I got everything that I wanted. Like I said, I got kicked in the mouth, so it feels like my face is swollen, but everybody's saying that my face is normal. So I'm just gonna have to take everybody's word for it. But for me, it feel like my face is swollen. But yeah, and then he got another shot in on me when my daughter came to hold me back, or she was when she grabbed my hand, she took he swung and connected in the same spot he kicked me in. And for those who have seen the video, yeah, I just have a musty beard on it. Roger that, man. Man, get off my musty beard, man. I had to, I'm bad enough. I didn't got rid of most of it, got rid of my hairline. Had to go almost bald and stuff like that. Man, cut me some slack, all right? That's why Devon's my favorite troll. But yeah, like he got that shot in on me, and that's why for anybody who has seen the video, I went extra ham on him like I did because the motherfucker punched me. So now I'm even more angry. You feel me? And that's just what that was. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't play about my kids. I don't play about where I live. You violate my home. I really even nah. That's why your forehead big because eyebrows supposed to be higher, probably. But yeah, like I was just I was saying, man, like you know, if Mike was here, if Curtis was here, it wouldn't have been as bad for him. But I got exactly what I wanted this morning. This was like at 1 o'clock in the morning. This is 1 o'clock in the morning. I was still um, doing lift and stuff like that. So I definitely, like I said, I was a little irrational. I did out of order. I dare I say, I escalated when it didn't need to be escalated. But I was also angry, and I'm also an insecure girl. So, that's just my reaction to when I believe that my kids are violated in a way that they shouldn't be violated, and I acted accordingly. Now, will that be a thing that happens in the future? I would like to believe not, because I would like to believe that I raised my kids to not accept that kind of a behavior out of a man, and more importantly, be with a man who has no issues protecting them and or their honor. Now, if they're wrong in the situation, then yes, they need to be held accountable. Naturally, if my daughters was wrong in the situation, then yes, they need to be held accountable for when they do act out of order and somebody gives them consequences. And I would like to know the whole story before all that. I got the whole story with Princess, and when Princess tried to lie for the person and her friends told her otherwise, when her mama told her otherwise, yeah, things went the way they went. And trust me when I tell you, I'll do it 1,000 times if it means physically protecting my kids, and more importantly, protecting the honor of my kids. So, just what that is. It's ugly. I know people will call me insecure. I've gone on record of saying that multiple times. I'm an insecure girl dad. That's what I do. That's what I am. I can't change that because my kids matter that much to me. Their safety, their protection, their everything. All that matters to me, and I will not compromise that for no swinging dick in the world. I will not compromise that for no bitch in the world. I will not compromise that for the homies. I won't compromise that for anybody. When it comes to my kids, nobody is safe unless they're absolutely in the wrong. And trust me, when my kids have been in the wrong, trust me, I went straight to them for them to correct themselves too, because I don't play that sort of thing. Hey, Auntie Ross. So, uh, no, everything is not okay. I need to go to the hospital in a minute because I think my hand is broken. But long story short, I got into a fight this morning. Yeah, I got into a fight this morning with the same dude who hit Princess. He was banging on Cheyenne's window this morning, thinking that nobody important was there. And he showed up drunk. trying to act wild, trying to act tough, trying to act bold. Walked away running his mouth. So my ego got in the way of everything. Uh, my sense of reasoning, my sense of rationale went out the window. And then in all of his drunken hubris, he decided that he wanted to square up with me. So he squared up with me. I squared up with him. And I put him on the ground naturally. He got a lucky kick in the face. He kicked me in the face. Like I said, I want to believe my face is swollen because it feels like it's swollen, but everybody's saying it's normal. But yeah, a princess and her friend tried to protect him as best they could, but in their protecting him, he got another shot off on me. So I don't appreciate that because they should have just let me continue going because I wasn't going to delete the boy. That's not, I don't have the heart for that sort of thing. I never had the heart for it. I would have gave him, if they wasn't interfering, it wouldn't have been as bad for him, or it would have been worse for him, but it wouldn't have been so worse that, it would have been so worse where he would have been all the way messed up. I would have eventually let him go when I got tired because I was getting gassed already. You know, and then after they pinned me down, I couldn't do anything else after that. So then I was tired. So it was just like, what, this will be it. But I know he's stupid, so he gonna come back soon. And when he come back soon, we gon' we gonna go again on three, baby, on three. Nothing would make me happier than if his dad showed up. Because if his dad shows up again, because if his dad shows up to my house again, trying to intimidate somebody with his one-legged ass, he not gonna go home either. Okay. Now, according to what my daughter said, is that he plans to press charges because he tried to assault her with his vehicle. So, if he has him put in jail, then good. Because I don't know if my dad's even back in town. I don't even know if my dad's back in town yet. So I'm gonna call him after I get Gumball back to her mom. I'm gonna take Gumball to her mom, and then I gotta talk to my ex-wife too, because she wants the video. So I'm gonna give her the video. But yeah, all in all, like, first and foremostly, make sure your kids. First and foremost, well, it's over now. The brawl happened at 1 o'clock this morning. The brawl was at 1 a.m. But all in all, in closing, I'm gonna always just say this: make sure you teach your kids, teach your daughters, keep their hands to themselves, but more importantly, teach them that they don't take that kind of bullshit from no man. I'm speaking as a man. They don't take that shit. Holy shit, we got boats and laws in the building. What's going on? What's going on, boats and law? Yeah, so teach your daughters to keep their hands to themselves, but more importantly, teach your daughters to not accept any kind of fucking abusive behavior from no man. If you give a damn if it's verbal abuse, physical abuse, mental, whatever kind of abuse it is, if it's abuse, it's not okay. They should always be okay walking away from that sort of behavior because it's unacceptable by every stretch of the imagination. No woman should ever have to go through that. And no man should either. Let's just keep it all the way there. No man should either. Nobody should be able to accept any kind of form of abuse. And if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do so I don't hit you. If you don't know where the like button is, just double tap that screen for me. Tell Aaron to get in on this live stream before I log out because I'm gonna end this live stream in a bit. But yeah, more importantly, teach your sons. He said, I'm busy. Grind bench pressing my max currently is 190, trying to get the 200 and 225. The most I've ever done was 225, so that's actually pretty impressive. But more importantly, teach your sons that unless they are under deliberate attack, to keep their hands off of women, right? And if you're not gonna teach your sons to keep their hands off of women, then teach them to to deal with women who don't have fathers, who don't have brothers, who don't have significant male role models in their lives, because they're going to be the only ones who accept it. No, 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 no girl, especially one with a father, is going to accept a man beating up on. It's just not going to be acceptable, because 9 times out of 10 they gonna call their dad, they gonna call their uncles, they gonna call their brothers, they gonna call their grandpa, they gonna call one of their STEM supporters, they gonna call somebody that's gonna act irrationally on your son. So teach your son to be the one who is protecting a woman and not getting his ass beat for putting his hands on one because he needs because his ego ain't where it should be. He ain't got his mental in check. He ain't got care about him right in check. And again, for all the guys who ain't listening, yes, I will say teach your daughters to keep their hands to themselves too. Because if you putting your hands on a man and he hit you back, trust me, it ain't gonna look good. Feel me? Especially if they saying, yeah, she hit me first. You know. So that being said, everybody, I'm glad everybody came in and hollered at me real quick. I'm about to get offline real quick because I gotta try to call my baby mamas again and try to get to work for the rest of the day. I done already missed all my bonus hours and shit like that. So appreciate everybody for hanging out with me this morning. One love, everybody, and more importantly, kindness is free. Not cheap as fuck. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll probably be on later or tomorrow. So stay mad, my hatters.